accept my fate and dream of ever after. Days go by, I long to hear the laughter from your lips I'll touch, and never leave you after, baby. I'm the one who loves you, and I always will.
Hello my darlings, are you ready for another lovely story? This time we're going to read Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Are you sitting comfortably? Then we'll begin. Once upon a time there were 3 bears who lived in a house in the forest. There was a great big father bear, a middle-sized mummy bear, and a tiny baby bear.
One morning, their breakfast porridge was too hot to eat, so they decided they would go for a walk in the forest. And while they were out, a little girl called Goldilocks came through the trees and found their house. She knocked on the door, and because there was no answer, she pushed it open and went inside.
In front of her was a table with 3 chairs, one large chair, one middle-sized chair, and one very small chair. On the table there were 3 bowls of porridge, one large bowl, one middle-sized bowl, and one small bowl, and 3 spoons.
Goldilocks was very hungry, and the porridge looked good. So she sat in the great big chair, picked up the large spoon, and tried some of the porridge from the big bowl. But the chair was very big and very hard, and the spoon was very heavy, and the porridge was too hot.
Goldilocks jumped off quickly and went over to the middle-sized chair, but this chair was far too soft, and when she tried the porridge from the middle-sized bowl, it was cold. So she went over to the little chair and picked up the smallest spoon and tried some of the porridge from the tiny bowl. This time it was neither too hot nor too cold. It was just right and so delicious that she ate it all up. But she was too heavy for the little chair and it broke in pieces under her weight.
Next, Goldilocks went upstairs, where she found 3 beds. There was a great big bed, a middle-sized bed, and a tiny little bed. By now she was feeling rather tired, so she climbed onto the big bed and lay down. But the big bed was very hard and far too big.
Then she tried the middle-sized bed, but that was far too soft. So she climbed into the tiny little bed. It was neither too hard nor too soft. In fact, it was just right, all cosy and warm, and in no time at all, Goldilocks fell fast asleep.
In a little while the bears came back from their walk in the forest. They saw at once that the door had been pushed open, and Father Bear looked around and growled in a big growly voice, "Somebody has been sitting in my chair."
Mother Bear said in a quiet, gentler voice, "Somebody has been sitting in my chair." Then Little Bear said in a small, squeaky little voice, "Somebody has been sitting in my chair and has broken it." Then Father Bear looked at his bowl of porridge and saw the spoon in it, and he said in his great big growly voice,
"Someone has been eating my porridge." Then Mother Bear saw that her bowl had a spoon in it, and she said in her quiet voice,
"Somebody has been eating my porridge." Little Bear looked at the porridge bowl and said in his small, squeaky baby voice, "Somebody has been eating my porridge and has eaten it all up."
The 3 bears were very curious about who had sat in their chairs and disturbed their breakfast.
Hearing a loud snore from the bedroom, they went upstairs. And Father Bear saw at once that his bed was untidy, and he said in his great big growly voice,
"Somebody has been sleeping in my bed."
Mother Bear saw that her bed too had had bedclothes turned back, and she said in her quiet, gentle voice, "Somebody has been sleeping in my bed." Then Little Bear looked at his bed, and he said in his small, squeaky baby voice, "Somebody Somebody is sleeping in my bed.
He squeaked so loudly that Goldilocks woke up. She squealed at the sight of 3 bears staring at her. She jumped out of bed, ran down the stairs and out into the forest.
She ran all the way back to her home and never wandered in the forest ever again. The 3 bears always thought of her when they were having breakfast and enjoying their porridge, but they never saw her again.
The end.